There are just tons of things around the farm that are just wonderful if you just look for them. And some of them are really huge, like these cottonwood trees, and some are super teeny tiny, like these flowers that are growing in our yard. And I'm going to try to show them to you, and I'll show you how big they are compared to my finger. They're real little, but they're really pretty. Hold on one second. Can you see those guys? Here's my fingers. Look how little those things are. Aren't they pretty? I love them. They're all over the place. They're really pretty. Anyway, just open your eyes. There's all kind of pretty stuff out here. So the man who built it does not want it. The man who bought it does not want it either. And the man who's using it doesn't even know he's using it. What is it? Stay tuned for the answer. Do you see this scrawny little tree right here? You can see how tall it is, about a foot tall maybe. I planted that thing 12 years ago, the same exact day that I planted this tree. And it's a good 15 feet tall. And it's only, I guess, 15 feet away from this one. So I don't understand. Very strange. But stranger things have happened, huh? I want you to take a look behind me here. This little area, this is down by the creek. And up through here. All green, but in about a week or two, it's gonna be bright, sunny yellow. I don't know what kind of flowers they are, but they come right around Easter, and they just, I'm going to show it to you. I just wanted you to see right now what it's like, looks like now, because you're going to be so amazed at how pretty it is. It's just a blanket of yellow. You can't even see the green. It's so cool. Me and my daughter come out here every year and take pictures in it just to watch her grow, and because of the beauty. It's awesome. So I can't wait to show you. Okay, I wanted to give you a little perspective on some of the trees out by our creek, we call the Todd. We have huge sycamore and cottonwood trees, and I'm standing by one of them right here, and I just want to show you the enormity of them. They're beautiful, gorgeous trees. That's the sycamore. Over there is a cottonwood, and it's majestic too. Awesome trees, love them. Back behind me, some more big ones. They're just enormous. Love these things. Okay, another day and another couple hours working on the fence. You can see it right here. I'm working on the other side of this pen. The side over there is all the way across, and it is done. All I have to do is this side and then the end, which is way down there, which is the short end, and we'll be done. Then I can get the pigs over here, give them some fresh grass, and let the other place grow up. So I'm going to work on the fence for just a little bit. Man, I wish I could walk down a ladder that gracefully. I mean, every time I go up on the roof, I'm scared to death getting down on that ladder. But that cat, just one step at a time. So Renni said that this year she wanted to show a goat. And this would be the first year. We've never shown any animals at all. we've raised goats for several years, our second year of pigs, but she wants to show a goat. And we've been going to a couple of, well, to show goats, you have to be a member of 4-H. So we joined up 4-H, and we've been going to some meetings, and you have to go to a certain amount of meetings even before you can show. And today we went to a Q&A at the fairgrounds, talking more specifically what to do to prepare, what to expect, etc., etc. And my goodness, it is almost overwhelming because we have never shown, so we don't know any of the paperwork. There are a lot of people, a lot of friendly people there to hold your hand, walk you through it, talk you through it, but it's just a lot. We're looking forward to it, but we're a little apprehensive. We're like, my gosh, what have we gotten into? But it seems like it'll be okay, but we just don't know what we're doing. That's the problem. And plus, we are told here that you can show any type of goat, but most of the market goats that they're going to show are boars, big, meaty, beefy, meat goats. And then the other major category is dairy, Nigerians or La Manchas, I think, even Nubians, stuff like that. And we don't raise any of those. So we were told we could show myotonics, which is what we have, but we would probably be at a little bit of a disadvantage to show them in the market category, because most of those, as I said before, the boars are big, beefy, meaty goats. Myotonics are generally smaller and not as sturdy, beefy meat goats. They can be raised for meat. They just don't produce as much, and they're not as big as a boar goat or the other meat goats. So he said, yes, you could show it, but you'd be at a disadvantage because they're going to be comparing it to the other big guys in there. So we'll see how that goes. This year we're going to show, because we're a first-time shower, they provide us the baby steps, and they're going to provide us with a boar to raise up and show. So I've never had one of those before, so we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. But we're looking forward to it. It's a little daunting, a little overwhelming. But we'll see how it goes come fair week. We'll probably have to get a couple fair passes and camp out there and just have a good time. We'll see how it goes. I'll take you along with us on the journey, okay? Hey, I found something today. You ready? Let me show it to you. Oh, if I can get down here now. Here we go. It's underneath this guy. Ready? And yeah, there it is. Let me zoom in on him. Oop. Look at that. I don't know where they go for the winter. It just warmed up a couple days and he is out and about, ready to roll. So let's leave him be. You leave him alone, Zero. This little guy here, he's a stinker, man. So I put chicken wire around this tree earlier because the goats had been eating some of it, and I was trying to prevent it from being killed because it provides a little bit of shade for this little pen here. It's the only tree around, really. They already killed those two by eating the bark off of it, so they're dead. This one I wanted to prevent, to keep a little shade in there, and so there's chicken wire around it, but Zero stood up and got a little bit here, all the way around. I'm hoping not enough to kill it. So I'm going to put some pallets around it today to stop him from doing that anymore, if I can. So I have a ton of this baling twine that I cut off all my bales of hay and straw. And I use them all the time just for silly things. But I'm going to tie up a couple of pallets around that tree to try to keep the goats away from it. Hopefully I can save it. It looks like there might be enough to salvage, so we'll see. But I'm in a stall right now, working on some things, a little bit out of the weather, because this girl right here, oh, she's about ready to pop, I'm telling you. she is due, if my calculations are close, within 10 days. So I've had some goats kid like a week before, 5 days, week before, and even a little bit after. So she's in here now preparing, and she is acting a little uncomfortable, like she doesn't really want to do much. She is laying down most of the time, so she's showing some signs. Her udder is starting to fill out. I'm kind of excited. We're excited around here. This will be her first kidding, and we are just beside ourselves here. But one of the things that's happened, I put in this little warming station here, and the reason why there's a crate in front of the door is because I have an insatiably curious cat, or a cat that thinks that this whole barnyard is his domain, which I guess technically it is, but he is trying to take over things that really he shouldn't. One of them is this warming station. He will go in there, sleep in there, mess around in there, which I mean, I haven't seen it yet or have evidence of it yet, but I'm sure that when he gets the whim, he will use it as a bathroom. And that is not a good thing for a baby goat, so I'm closed it off right now so he can't go in there. He's also taken this corner as his own. There's no way to keep him out of the stall, so I'm not going to try. But he's also slept in this hay, and goats are super picky about their food, and if there's any kind of situation that will soil it, as in cat manure or cat urine, they won't eat it. So Danky was sleeping in that the other day, so I had to come out here and devise something to keep the cat out. And I thought it would be kind of hard, but I found a simple solution. I have an old top to a Tupperware storage thing. I just put a hook up right here, and I'm just gonna put that right there, and once it goes in the hole, boom, covered, done. I can come in here, I can take that off anytime, put food in there, put this back on, and no more cat problem. You crazy cat. I'm telling you what. So, we're waiting for the kid to come, or kids, don't know how many, and we're super excited. Oh man, I'm excited for, I mean, you never can tell when it's gonna happen, but she's just moping around like, something's happening, but I'm not sure what it is. I've never had kids before. I'm excited, but I'm anxious. Oh, she's starting to paw. Scratch the ground. Sometimes that's a sign. We'll see. Baby goats are super escape artists. They can get into the smallest of places and get stuck or escape or whatever trouble they can get into. And you'd be amazed at the holes they can go through. They're like cats, man. They can get into anything. So I have a roll of fence in this pen right here where the baby goats are going to be. I'm going to get that out of there because I don't want them to get tangled up in that or caught up in it and hurt themselves. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, time for a teeny tiny pet peeve. You can buy these buckets all over the place to haul your feed and water in. I use mine for water mainly. And water, 5 gallons of water is pretty daggone heavy. And the pressure of that weight usually breaks off this little plastic piece, which helps when you carry it to not hurt your fingers. And this usually ends up breaking right off. You can always put it back on, but it will eventually just break right off. I don't know why they can't invent something that will not break off and is soft to the touch, to keep your fingers from being right against this metal when you're carrying 5 gallons of water. I hate it. but it is what it is. So usually when I'm carrying the buckets, I'm using a glove to do it, even when it's warm, just to protect the fingers. Anyway, little pet peeve. Just recently, Piper has been showing some signs of itching, and she's been scratching quite a bit. So I'm going to give her a spray down here for fleas, ticks, mites, all that stuff, and see if that helps. Because you can see she scratched some of the hair on her side pretty well worn down. So there's something going on. I got to take care of this. So I'm going to spray her down here. I don't know if I can record this or not because I never have a camera whenever it's happening, but Zero and Piper have become playmates, and the only way Zero knows how to play is to rear up on his hind legs and try to headbutt. Piper was puzzled about that in the beginning and took a defensive posture and started barking and growling. But now she understands that it's just Zero trying to play, and she will run around, nip at him, and try to play with him. You know, it's funny if I can record it, you can see Zero. He's standing straight up, man. He's like getting ready to give the biggest headbutt in the world, and Piper's like, "Yeah, bring it on down, because I don't do that." Anyway, they're over here, but they're interacting pretty good now, so it's kind of nice. So what is it? It's a coffin. Did you get it? Think about it. Well, thank you for watching and joining me as we go on this hobby farm journey together. Please like and subscribe to continue being a part of all the adventures and stories that happen on Rubber Soul Farm. As you can see, I am making progress on the pig pen, and when it's finished, it'll be a really nice place for those boars to have fresh grass and a nice clean place to roam around in. That'll be awesome. Also, you saw that we are getting a 4-H goat, a 4-H project. That will be a boar goat, so it'll be interesting and different, and I can't wait for you to come along that adventure. I hope we can spend more time together on the farm, but until then, enjoy your animals and take care of yourselves.